Imagine it's all connected. All of it. Not some of it or most of it. This is connected. This is also connected. Of course, these are connected. That's not connected. Okay, a lot of it is connected. When the behavior of this can influence the behavior of that, but not when it's spring, that's smart. And why? Sometimes for greater insight, often for convenience, always for fun. Building a smart home today is more compatible, more stable, and more user-friendly than ever before, if you do it right. This is Homey Day 1. I'm Patrick Hunt, and I want you to like smart home tech as much as I do. Real solutions with Matter, Apple Home, and a little creativity. Weekly, I'll show you how small upgrades can make a big difference. Welcome. This is the sequel to my Matter versus Homey video, where it essentially ends with, spoiler, prioritize both Matter and Homey, and you'll have a solid, extremely robust, future-proof smart home. The elephant in the room is the cost to get that started. The Homey Pro is $450, but it has all of the protocol capabilities that you would ever want in your smart home. The Homey Pro Mini is $250, and that one has a Zigbee radio and a Thread border router, which are arguably now the most common protocols, right after Wi-Fi and Ethernet, basically those IP devices, which are standard across the board. Home Assistant Green is like $200, and if you want this level of compatibility and smart home, then you're probably comparing the two. I think the answer is Homey, but maybe not with the Homey Pro or the Homey Pro Mini. Hardware is a major factor in cost, but the Homey interface and the overall user experience, I firmly believe, is worth an added cost to the overall smart home build if you're serious about the hobby, and it doesn't have to be that expensive. And it just so happens that the relatively new option of the Homey Self-Hosted Server pairs nicely with a Matter smart home. This option allows you to install Homey, just like any other app, on an always-on computer and give you access to that user experience and a fully Matter smart home. The cost is $5 a month or $150 for that lifetime license. You aren't gonna get Christmas in July, where this pretty package shows up at your door and you unbox this fully self-contained machine that's ready to go. And I just said the phrase, fully Matter smart home, which was a lie. This does not allow you to connect Thread devices unless you have a Thread border router somewhere on your network, basically a hub for Thread devices. But there are a lot of options for Thread border routers. Amazon Echo devices are typically more affordable, and several of them are Thread border routers. If you like the Alexa voice assistant, I'd go that route. I like Apple, so I have the Apple TV 4K with Ethernet and a HomePod Mini. Both are Thread border routers. It could also be one of several Aqara devices, none of which are voice assistant related. The Aqara G410 and W200 thermostat are both Thread border routers. Bottom line, there's no shortage of Thread border router options. And you should care about Thread, because when it comes to a Matter smart home, it's like a third of the situation, alongside Matter over Wi-Fi and Matter bridges, which I'll come back to. The Thread situation is a decision you'll have to make, but the first big decision is on which device you'll install Homey. I would just look at the specs of the Homey Pro Mini and try to do equal to or better than that. So like an old PC or Mac are good options, but there are a bunch of options. Raspberry Pi is historically a very common option for Home Assistant as well, but that's another added cost for only running Homey, and we're trying to cut down on that. I already had an always-on device on my network that runs Docker, my UGREEN NAS, which is running my Plex server, my Homebridge server, and yes, even Home Assistant. If you're gonna spend any money on this device to install the Homey Self-Hosted Server, try to find something that can have multiple purposes. A NAS is a great option because it can run these Docker containers, and it's also 10 terabytes of network storage. So I installed the container via the image that I just copied and pasted from the Homey site. I checked a couple boxes like setting the network mode as host and turning privileged mode on. Don't ask me anything more about that because I have no idea. I just know that this worked, and when I didn't do those settings, It didn't. I went to Homey and searched for a self-hosted server, which it found the IP immediately, and I could start on the layout of my home. Before we even get into adding smart home devices, we can start building the infrastructure necessary for a very robust smart home. Homey is built on apps. Some apps support added functionality to the system, like the chronograph app for timers and stopwatches, or the Better Logic library for more advanced logic in automations. Virtual devices allows you to create exactly that, virtual devices, which do absolutely nothing before you include them in automations, but this isn't really a day one conversation. Some apps are for connectivity across platforms. If you are an Apple house, HomeKitty is a great option for syncing devices from Homey to Apple Home. Matter Bridge is a relatively new app to achieve this, but will integrate your devices into any other Matter controller. So Apple Home, Alexa, SmartThings, etc. HomeKit controller allows you to connect strictly Apple Home devices, so not Matter devices. These can be Wi-Fi devices or Thread devices. Other apps are often brand apps that support adding their devices to Homey, even the non-traditional smart home ones. So run around your house and look for anything Wi-Fi connected and search Homey to see if there's an app. Some noteworthy ones in our house are our washer and dryer, Lisa's glucose monitor, the home theater receiver, Spotify Connect, or even Wake on LAN for adding your computer to automations. If you have a network connected device and you don't see an app for it in Homey, suggesting that it's incompatible, well, even Home Assistant has a Homey app. And Home Assistant's very well known as the most compatible smart home platform. And you can integrate it right into Homey along with any of those edge case devices that may be compatible with Home Assistant but not Homey. You'd have to set up Home Assistant, but you can do that right alongside the Homey Self-Hosted Server. Not a day one conversation, but it is possible and you get the best of all worlds. Lastly, just about every smart home brand has an app. Install the app first, and then for every Matter device you want to install, go to the app that you just installed and search for the device. Only resort to using that Matter icon if the brand doesn't have an app or that specific device isn't listed. Homey will also discover hubs on your network, and this is where the Homey Self-Hosted Server is the most interesting. You think by not buying the Homey Pro or the Homey Pro Mini that you're losing a ton of compatibility by losing those protocols. I specifically wanted the Homey Pro due to this exact misconception, and I actually held Eric Wielander's family hostage until he shipped me his Homey Pro. I have very few devices that are just Zigbee or just Z-Wave connected directly to Homey with no hub in between, and virtually no Bluetooth devices connected with no hub. I knew I wanted the Hue bridge for all of my Hue lights because I like using the Hue app, and it's going to show up here to integrate those Zigbee bulbs through the bridge. I knew I wanted the Aqara G410 for our doorbell. It's also a Matter bridge, and will integrate all the Aqara Zigbee devices. Most of my SwitchBot devices are Bluetooth, and at first I tried to take the SwitchBot hub out of the equation and just connect these devices directly to Homey via Bluetooth. But Bluetooth by nature is very unreliable at great distance, so I put the hub back in, and again, it became a Matter bridge for all of those Bluetooth devices. All that to say, Wi-Fi devices, Ethernet hubs on your network, and Thread devices via a Thread border router can largely make up your entire smart home. When adding a device, you'll see Z-Wave and Zigbee, among a few others, as options for connecting devices. It'll tell you to add a Homey bridge to unlock those protocols, which is an option to add more compatibility to your Homey Self-Hosted Server. It's $70, and once you're deeper into your smart home and you've found legitimate reasons for it, go ahead. So adding a Matter over Wi-Fi device is pretty straightforward. Put it in pairing mode, go to the app, find the device, and add it. But I wanted to test adding a Thread device, given that your PC or your NAS, whatever you have the self-hosted server on, is not a Thread border router. I put my Lefera LWR01 in pairing mode, and it added right away into the Homey Self-Hosted Server, as easy as a Wi-Fi device. When I go to advanced settings, it tells me that it joined my Apple Thread network via the credentials on my iPhone. This is the same Thread network that Apple Home is using, Aqara is using, and my Homey Pro is using. The more mains-powered Thread devices that I add, the more stable this Thread network can be. I set up the self-hosted server, and when I toggle back and forth between my
$450 Homey Pro and my $5 a month server on hardware I already had or could have been found cheap, there is essentially no difference. I'll have to avoid buying Zigbee sensors without the proprietary hub, but if I really wanted that, I could add the $70 Homey bridge. In the Matter Homey trilogy finale, I'll get into automating these f***s. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next week.